Hi everyone, hope you're doing absolutely awesome. Today I wanted to delve into the topic of hidden cable routing systems for bikes. Hidden cable routing seems to be the must-have feature in the newest generation of Aero-ish road bikes. I'd like to cover some of the general characteristics of the systems and then in future later videos take a closer look at a bunch of examples to see what choices the various manufacturers made. Taxonomy is a term from the biological sciences, but I believe it's relevant to our discussion because we are looking at what are in effect new species and we need a way of classifying them. So Carl Linnaeus is considered the father of taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of naming, defining, and classifying groups of organisms on the basis of shared characteristics. Is the frameset designed for electronic shifting only? An example of this would be the specialized Venge, which only supports electronic group sets. If the frameset is used with a mechanical group set, are the shift cables hidden? What shape is the cross-section of the steer tube? Is it round or non-round? And if it's round, is the steer tube centered in the upper headset bearing or is it offset? How is the front brake line routed? Is it routed externally, through the top of the steer tube, through a hole in the side of the steer tube, through a hole in the fork crown? Is there a dedicated steering stop? What is the effective angle of the steering limit? The aerodynamic advantages of hidden cable routing do not come without costs. Hidden cabling increases the overall complexity of the bicycle. With this increased complexity comes increased manufacturing cost and increased weight. There are more parts with more complex shapes. Reliability and usability are decreased. There are more parts to break. Cables are bent at much sharper angles, leading to quicker failure. Maintenance procedures are more difficult. Things such as steering stops can make the bike less rideable and also make it harder to transport in your car. Swapping stems and removing spacers can become more difficult.
Is that they've integrated a stopper at 50 degrees either side. This stopper at 50 degrees either side shouldn't really have any realistic real-world problems for anybody if they're riding normally. I've just done a U-turn in a really narrow farm lane and it caught me off guard. It's very similar to having toe overlap, I suppose.
For the 2012 model year, Scott Sports introduced their foil model, which was at the time considered to have pretty aggressive aero features. You can read the bit here that I included from James Wong's Bike Radar review at the time. You can see he was kind of gushing about it. You can see the 2012 Scott foil here. By 2020 standards, it certainly does not look to have very aggressive aero features, and in fact it looks rather ordinary. Here's a manufacturer's photo of it. You can see it does have some aero features, but nothing radical. Scott completely redesigned the foil for the 2016 model year. However, they did not go with hidden cabling.
You'll notice that the cables are left exposed. Scott said they tested it in the wind tunnel and they couldn't tell the difference between cables hidden in the bar and stem or left exposed like that. So therefore they left them exposed because it's significantly easier for people to maintain their own bikes like that.
And here's a closer up manufacturer's photo. You can note some of the additional aero features which they integrated for 2016, such as the smooth transition between the fork crown and the down tube. If you look at the seat tube, you can see that they widened it and brought it closer to the rear wheel. The more premium levels of the bike featured an integrated handlebar stem unit. However, you can see that the cabling is still external once it comes out of the handlebar. Here's a view of the integrated bar stem unit from the bottom. Here's some more detailed photos of the cable port area on the down tube. Okay folks, that wraps it up for the intro. It should get more interesting in the future as we actually take a look at some hidden cable routing systems in some more recent models. So please subscribe, like, and share. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I'd like you to comment on your experiences with hidden cabling and your nightmares with hidden cabling. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye now.